Imagine spending an entire season climbing a mountain, beating some of Europe's biggest teams, surviving injuries, surviving pressure, and watch the trophy slip through your fingers. That is exactly what happened to Arsenal. Millions of fans around the world watched in shock as Arsenal fell short in the Champions League Final. But here's the thing. Arsenal did not lose because of one mistake. They did not lose because of one bad referee decision. And they definitely did not lose because of one missed penalty. The truth is much deeper than that. There were 6 major reasons Arsenal lost this final, and trust me, the 6th reason is by far the most important. It is a problem that has followed Arsenal for years, and most fans are completely overlooking it. Do me a favor. Smash that like and subscribe button, and join the channel for more football stories, deep analysis, and football history. Now let's get into it. Number 1. Arsenal became too cautious. One of the biggest turning points in the final came after Arsenal took the lead when Kai Havertz scored an early goal in the 6th minute. Instead of continuing to attack aggressively, Arsenal slowly became more defensive. Now this sounds logical. You're winning a final. Of course you want to protect your lead. But against a team like PSG, sitting back can be dangerous. Number 2. They did not create enough attacking threat. Champions League winners like PSG are dangerous for 90 minutes. Even when they are not playing well, they make opponents nervous. Arsenal scored. But after that, their attacking threat slowly disappeared. Their forwards became isolated. Their midfield became focused on defending. Their possession became less effective. Just 25% ball possession at that match. And PSG gradually stopped fearing Arsenal's attack. Number 3. Fatigue. This is something many fans underestimate. When people hear the word fatigue, they think players can no longer run. That is not how elite football works. The real damage happens inside the mind. Throughout the season, Arsenal relied heavily on players like Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, William Saliba, Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel Magalhaes. These players carried Arsenal through the Premier League title race and all the way to the Champions League final. But every battle leaves a mark. Every sprint, every tackle, all meant a lot. By the time the final arrived, Arsenal looked like a team that had spent months fighting without a break. Declan Rice had been covering every blade of grass all season. Odegaard had been carrying the creative responsibility. Saka had once again become the player every opponent wanted to stop. The problem with fatigue is that it doesn't announce itself. It appears in tiny moments. Number 4. PSG had more game changers. Football is a team game, but the Champions League has always belonged to players capable of doing extraordinary things. Players like Ousmane Dembélé, Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, and Hakimi are very dangerous players, and they can change the game in split seconds. When systems fail, when tactics stop working, when the game becomes chaotic, these special players take over. Whenever Ousmane Dembélé touched the ball, Arsenal defenders became nervous. Whenever Kvaratskhelia received possession, something felt possible. Vitinha controlled the rhythm of the game with incredible composure. But on this night, PSG had more players capable of producing something completely unpredictable. Sometimes football is not won by the better team. Sometimes it is won by the player who creates one moment nobody else can see. Number 5. They were inexperienced on this stage. A Champions League final is different. The pressure is different. The attention is different. The emotions are different. Every touch feels heavier. Every mistake feels bigger. Every opportunity feels like it could define your career. Many Arsenal players had never experienced a Champions League final before. PSG looked more comfortable with the occasion. They looked calmer. They looked more prepared for the emotional pressure. That experience matters, because finals are not always won by the best football. Sometimes they are won by the team that handles the pressure best. And Arsenal looked like a team still learning how to conquer Europe's biggest stage. Now, here is the biggest reason why Arsenal lost the Champions League, and that brings us to number 6. The whole world hate Arsenal. This is the biggest reason of all, and it has nothing to do with tactics, nothing to do with formations, nothing to do with statistics. It is about history. Every Arsenal player walked onto that pitch carrying more than their own expectations. They were carrying the expectations of an entire football club, a club that has never won the Champions League, a club that came painfully close in 2006, a club that has spent years hearing rival fans say the same thing over and over again. Arsenal is not built for the Champions League. Arsenal is a horrible team. They can never win trophies. Think about that pressure. Declan Rice said, "Proud of this group, proud of these players. An incredible season ended in the cruelest way, but that won't define us. We will be back." And sometimes the most painful defeats become the foundation of future success. But what do you think? What was the biggest reason Arsenal lost the Champions League final? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football stories. Thanks for watching.